G'day, guys. Jade and Ryan here. Today, Ryan,
Yes.
we're going to talk about our experiences
Yes.
at the Logies.
Oh. What about them?
Well, we went
Yes.
quite a few years.
Did.
We went a few years, and
Did, yeah.
and then we didn't.
And then we didn't. Yeah, there was
Yes.
a strange absence of the Cheese Boys, but we had a good time when we did go. That was a
We
big
did,
thing.
but we'll get to that later. Why we didn't?
Well, that's what this is
No.
all about, man.
That's
We're
right.
building up so we can get there again.
I feel like confession, dear Father. It's been, since '97, since my last confession, and these are my sins. Anyway,
Do you remember how we got to the Logies? Do you remember what we used to have to do to try and win a Logie?
that's right. Well, let's go back to the start.
Okay.
All right, so it would have been like 1995, 96 was our first shot at a Logie. We were up against Agro and a whole bunch of other things.
We were up against South
So
Park.
it was really strange. But my mother used to work on the back docks of a lot of supermarkets doing the bread, as a retailer or whatever.
Breadwinner.
Yeah, they were the breadwinner. So they used to keep all the TV Week magazines for her so that we could cut out and go, yes, Cheese TV, Cheese TV, Cheese
That's
TV.
right, because in TV
We did
Week,
thousands.
Who do you think should win the Logie? So we were filling out heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of them,
Yeah.
and we still lost.
We still lost. So I was a little bitter. I was a little bitter with the Logies.
Yeah,
We had some good times. We met some nice people there.
we did. Yeah, we met a lot of nice people there. You remember when I went up to Elle McPherson?
Oh, who could forget the body?
No, I forget who it was that dared me to go up to her, but I kind
Probably
of went,
me.
"Oh, I'll give it a go." Yeah, it was you and another guy, and she was sort of having a conversation with this guy, like leaning on this sort of bench thing, and he was looking quite happy. He did not want someone like me coming up and going,
No.
"Hey, Elle, how you doing?" But I thought,
kid.
bugger it, I've been given the challenge here, so I'm going to go up to her. And I thought, why not? Because you think you've missed the universe when you're
Now,
on a few wines anyway,
You would
right?
have been underage.
I didn't give a shit.
I know, I'm just putting it out there since we're talking about it.
Anyway, so I went up to her and I sort of said, "Hey, how you doing?" Because remember, we worked with Mimi McPherson, her sister.
Oh, who could forget?
So I thought that would be a nice in, right?
Well, we were on her boat doing a whale discovery one in Harvey Bay, I believe it was.
Yes.
Just to paint a little picture of Mimi.
That's right, yes. And so I
Yeah,
used
a lot
that,
of you have got pictures
but
of
she
Mimi.
turned around and gave me the dirtiest look
Yeah.
that I've ever seen in my life. And
But-
the other guy was even worse. He was like, "I'm doing good here, man. What
But
are you doing?"
What did you
And they-
say? You said, like, I worked with your sister or something.
Yeah, and that was when the...
So to her, you were probably the guy in the porno. I'm just saying, could that be
Well, I had a life
could she
before
have-
Cheese TV,
could
it
she
was
have
Sleaze
thought
TV.
that?
What?
Could she have thought that?
Oh, I was hoping so. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
like,
maybe
part
she
of the
did
dirty.
think. Oh, yeah. Well, she was probably sensitive to questions about
Yes,
her sister and stuff like
yes.
that. So bad move. However, I kept up my end of the deal. I went up to Elle McPherson. I talked to her,
You did.
and it was a terrible experience.
You did.
She didn't like me.
I brushed past Matt LeBlanc and I thought, wow, he's got the charisma of a shoe.
Do you know who else I met there? And it was exciting for me, and he was a nice guy as well. You remember Kevin Sorbo, the guy who played Hercules?
Yes.
He was really cool. He was a really nice
I remember
guy.
you saying just
Yeah.
how nice he was.
He was. He was just a nice, normal
I
guy. And I like that.
I liked Les Murray for me.
Was he there?
He was there. He
Yeah.
was there. Bless him. He's not with us anymore. Les, I read his books. He's such a football man, and I'd just been getting into football, so I was just hitting him up about questions. The FA Cup was coming up with Chelsea, and I was just so engaged with him. We had fag after fag. We did. talked, and people just kept dropping beers off to us, and me and Les, we were talking.
Peter
football.
Sterling gave me a bit of a wink. It's because we
I
sort
went
of
up-
had that reputation
I
of
went
being
up to
the
the
naughty
footy
boys.
show, boys. Oh, fatty.
Yeah.
Fatty.
Yeah, they were all right. That
And
was
Andrew
cool.
Denton at the end of his show, I was
Yeah.
like, hey, Andrew. I
Another
think
South
I lied.
supporter.
Yes, another South man. And so, wonderful times when you think about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I remember you were chasing Daniel Johns around.
Well, yeah, the lead singer of Silverchair at the time. I think, is he still with Silverchair,
Yeah,
or is he kind of on his own now?
Does his own thing.
I don't think, yeah.
He's Daniel
Yeah.
Johns.
Well, no, I was a little bit too drunk for him. I wasn't prepared. I thought that the drink would help me, but you know
I
how
know.
you kind of go over that threshold where
We
you
were
go
like,
from
yeah.
pleasant drunk to
We were having this little bet. I was like, he won't know who we are. And you were like, he'll
He
know.
did.
I know.
He said, "No, I know Cheese. It's just that I was so drunk that I came across bad."
Yes.
And I kind of ruined it. But you know what? I remember that the most drunk that I've ever been was at a Logies. It was ridiculous because all the drinks are free and stuff like that. So you just go nuts, right? And I had wine, I had beer, I had bourbon, I had vodka, I had it all.
Anything
it was like a montage.
Anything
of
your
one of
little
those.
17-year-old body could thrill.
Could you imagine, golden brown? Da, 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 da. That was like the soundtrack in the background, and I was going nuts. And the montage, and then it started becoming like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and everything was spinning up, and then everything went blank, and then I regained consciousness in a lukewarm bath of my own.
Making.
Oh, fuck. Well, it had to be made somehow, and I felt
you made the
terrible.
Well,
I felt really,
I know,
really bad.
Well, we were late for a plane ride to get the ride to the airport in Melbourne, and they're like, "Where's Ryan?" I'm like, "I'm calling him now. And
I said to you, remember, I can't do it.
I know, I couldn't believe it. And I was like, I'm going to have to leave him. I'm going to have to leave. Where's Ryan? I left him in Melbourne.
So,
I did. I remember telling him.
And with Jan, the producer at the time, if you remember. And what happened was we had to take the next flight available.
Yeah.
And I was feeling so bad that when we went up to the place where, they book your tickets and all that sort of stuff. The boarding pass.
Sure,
to get through, right?
Yeah.
The lady there said, "Oh, well, there's unfortunately we've run out of seats, kind of thing. We only have a seat in coach and we have a seat in business class." And I said, "I'll take business class." Right? So I ended up there riding around with all of the Logie winners. I was there, and I didn't give a crap either, but there was all of these shiny objects, people feeling all proud of themselves, but I was in business class. And I looked behind me, right? And all the heads of 10 were in coach while I was in business class. And they looked at me like, and then they closed the curtain. It was hilarious. I felt like a real top.
Well, Channel 10 really did close the curtain on us because, well, I think it was 98. Was it 98 or 99?
I think
it was Sunday night.
Out that year.
And I think one of your friends drove us to the airport. A very unhelpful
Brad. And
I was in this real shitty mood, and I'm like, I'm not going, man. They've done this to me. They've done that to me. The freaking Logies. They can kiss my ass.
The flight was delayed.
And then the flight was delayed. And then that gave me everything I needed to do. And I've never admitted this publicly before.
No, that's true.
But I had a very important Jonah Lomu rugby tournament to play on PS1. And I decided that this is really getting shit off my chest here, Lopez. I decided that the plane's late. We're going to be late for the Logies. Fuck it.
I'm not going.
Mm-hmm. I can't be asked. And that was the end of our Logies experience because apparently there was this big Channel 10 table and there was two chairs empty all night.
We must have looked like such prima donnas. We must have looked like Marlon Brando, like not turning up.
I'm not
like,
going to the
award
Logies.
for me. we
weren't even nominated.
That's what Marlon Brando.
And you know what? I tell you what, I never, because I'd be drinking. I don't like drinking and eat at the same time. Anyway. So we get down,
do that?
And they got
sort of yogi.
It's like a little friggin' quail, like it's a bird about that big. I swear to God, I'm like,
oh yeah, it's considered a delicacy.
Anyone got a burger or something? I'm hungry, I can't eat that. I don't know what that is.
Yes,
you know what I mean. It was like a baby quail. It's like, is that what they feed to twats who wear suits and pick shitty shows on network television?
Wearing suits and all that stuff.
Anyway.
It is a bit pompous.
Anyway,
well, that was our experience with the Logies.
Yes.
So...
Most of them are nice, but most of them are rich twats. Anyway.
Very true, actually, yeah. Anyway, we've had a wonderful time exposing all of our Logie secrets, and we're going to be back, hopefully, soon.
I don't think they can kick us off here. They can. See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. To see more, like on Facebook, subscribe to YouTube, follow on Instagram, and watch on Twitch. If you'd like to help keep Jade and Ryan on the internet, support the show over at Patreon.